Hello and welcome everyone to Dyson Dilemmas presents the one-on-one side story, Alice's German Adventure.
Hello, it's me.
Yee! So, what we are going to do today is we are going to start with Alice making a sanity roll.
Okay,
So,
fuck.
I,
This is why we can't have nice things, Talon.
I know, right? Um, okay, let me see. I will have to.
So the sanity roll, I guess what I'm curious about is this is versus what my sanity currently is.
Yes, this is versus
Okay.
what your sanity currently is.
Okay.
This is not a loss of sanity for anyone
hmm
listening. This is actually for a sanity regain.
hmm Okay.
Okay, so since that was a fail, this will
Sad.
actually tick this up a little bit harder.
So sad.
It is sad. I'm trying to looking at your skills because
hmm
some are better than others.
Oh, uh-huh. Correct.
No, I mean
Somewhere.
some are better than others for regaining sanity.
Oh, okay. Here, let's roll the real skill. Oh,
It's your
that's really
that
good.
that is
It's
really
not
good.
what that's not what I needed to be, but that's amazing for my occult.
All
An
right.
11 versus 2.
So they don't have anything that's technically considered willpower
Uh-huh.
on this. So I would give you roll your constitution.
Yeah, that's what I think. Hard success.
Okay. That did need to be a hard roll.
Oh, my bad. I'll fix
Yep,
that.
because of the failure of the sanity.
It sure did fail that one.
It did indeed.
Yeah.
Um, it would have been a well. I mean, if we dropped your first one to the 40, it would have been a success still.
Mm-mm. Well, yes. If we drop the first one to the 40, it would have
It
been.
would have been
Yep,
yes.
that's right, Talon. Just think about that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to. Anyway, so because of this, you are not regaining any sanity.
All good.
But yeah, this is how I do sanity. This is called grounding. Basically, you have a chance to recoup a small amount of sanity if you succeed in grounding yourself. Which grounding occurs when you basically think of something positive that is beneficial for your character,
hmm
which is what the sanity roll was for, and then if you can hold on to it with your willpower, which they don't have a roll for. So yeah, it's a two-stage roll that
Okay.
allows you to regain your sanity, at least a few points of it. Because I mean, this is Call of Cthulhu. Everybody's a little bit crazy.
Everyone's a little bit crazy.
All right, so technically this is out of time and sync with the rest of the game. So Alice will be leaving from Paris after spending a few days there.
Right. We're gonna make this funnier. I'm expecting a full reprimand, right? But I think what it was is, and I want to go based off, I think my failed sanity roll, right? Like, I
Hmm.
think it's night, right? And she's kind of clutching onto her dog tag, right? And she's like, if you look at her, like her one hand is like clutching, the other one's like, like posted on her knees, and she's kind of gripping her hair a little bit. Um, and it's like there's like a slight there's like heaving with her chest, and I think what she does is she gets up, she finds some kind of paper and something to write with, and she leaves a note and slides it under wherever Maya and uh
Amelia.
Amelia are staying, and then she just goes.
Okay. Yeah, no, that is doable. Let's say it's not raining per se, but it
Hmm.
is that European weather of it's coming down as a drizzle with a little bit of lightning, but there's
Hmm.
no actual hard rain. It's just an annoying mist.
Hmm.
So you make your way out. Since it is nighttime, I would say it's too late to actually get on a train,
Hmm.
a passenger train anyway. Um,
Right.
you do make your way to the station. Um, so I would give you, because of your improved stealth abilities, that getting onto a freight train would be significantly easier than normal.
Hmm.
However, because of the misting rain, you are leaving footprints.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and give me a hard roll for your stealth.
So this is what I'm thinking before I roll a hard roll. So I'm thinking because I'm noticing like I feel like she would well, I guess maybe because of the scent. Let me try this first.
Yep.
Okay. So I feel like I am noticing that I am leaving footprints. So I
Hmm.
don't uh I know I myself's very reliable, but what I think Alice does, right, um, is she's going to see if she can find somewhere where she can jump from, right? Like
Okay.
she's going maybe if it's like a tree and she can kind of like hop on to like the top, like so like it's more
Yep.
like because you said it's like a light rain, kind of like this is where the tracks stop, right? And then
Yeah.
she'll move maybe from like the top or like the sides.
Okay. So with your spot hidden as well, I would give this to you. There aren't any trees near because this is a train station where like
Okay.
this is a shunting yard where passenger trains come and get decoupled and recommissioned. They get cleaned out and filled up. Freight trains are unloaded here and shifted to different tracks. This is like a little farther down, like say
Mhm.
half a mile or so from the actual passenger train stop. That
Mhm.
is a lot more pretty and taken care of. There aren't any trees that would be close to the tracks here. However, there are a few crane scaffoldings as well
Okay.
as water butts and water towers that would be used for refilling the steam engines.
Okay. So, all right. So I think she would just like she doesn't need to get very harsh. She just needs something she can perch on enough to like launch from one place to the other.
Yeah. No, you've got a few options on that one. If you
Okay.
climb one of the crane scaffolds, which is easy enough to get to without being seen, even without stealthing, because
Mhm.
they are on the outer edge of the periphery, you would absolutely be able to climb to the top of it and just
Mhm.
drop into a freight train that's rolling out.
Okay.
Once you get into the train, you might be spotted by a purser or somebody that's actually like checking the train cars, but
Mhm.
that's later on.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess she'll get on top of one of those cranes and then she'll jump onto the train, like onto the top.
Yep. Yeah, that's easy enough to do, and you have one that's heading northeast ish. There is a rail heading that way.
Mhm.
So it's
Okay.
easy enough to get up there. You don't even have to roll for stealth.
Mhm.
It's a bit of a drop, but it's not going to actually roll me a luck chance for this. I know one of your best skills, huh? So not bad. You actually managed to land in something that gives.
Mhm,
Let's say,
mhm,
um, not necessarily a pile of mattresses and pillows, but considering the area you're in and the region, I'd say you landed decently on some wheat
mhm.
silage.
Okay,
So nothing that's going to suck you under, but it broke your fall enough.
okay.
If it was a car full of corn, you would drown within minutes.
Yeah. Well, thankfully I didn't do that.
Yeah. So your fall is broken, and you are in a freight train. Um,
Mm,
you're actually safe enough. You can
mhm.
bury yourself and catch a few hours of sleep for the
Fantastic.
trip.
So I think just so it's established, I think what else I probably left for the letters, like I think I probably could have broken in and out of their
Oh,
room at the
absolutely.
right, and literally they wouldn't been any wiser. But I think the only things I really like is any necessities. I take the shotgun and the bare minimum ammunition I have, but I leave them the rest of the handguns. Like whatever amount of handguns, I think it was like six. They have all of them.
Yeah, sorry. I had to check my notes. Yeah, there was like 6 service revolvers,
Yeah.
32 stub nose.
But yeah, any of those, the ammunition, I left that with the note. Um, and I just took the shotgun for myself.
Yep. Which, because of the era, 12 gauges are fairly common.
Hmm.
Uh, so yeah, you have. I believe I said you had like a dozen rounds for the sawed-off double barrel.
Hmm.
I don't remember 100%, but we'll. I believe it was something like that.
What number did you say?
12, a dozen.
Yeah. Well, no, I have 6 shots available.
6 shots. That was it.
Yeah.
Yes, 6 shots for both barrels, so it is
Oh,
12.
and I think I wouldn't have taken all the cash I see that I have. I think because I see the amount, I think I would have only left with 300, but then I left them the rest.
Okay.
Okay. I'm writing that down so I can just
Yep.
give
Make a
them notes
note.
on the
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So, most European trips are going to be several hours. Like across the English Channel is an 8-hour trip from
Okay.
London to Paris.
Okay.
So, from Paris to Starburg, in which is on the border of Germany.
Mhm.
That's going to take you probably about the same, about 8 hours.
Okay.
Oh, that's Strasbourg. I can't read the map. um, yeah, anyway. I bring this up because you will absolutely have to disembark before coming into Germany.
Of course.
But yes, you will make it to the border in 8 hours. That is easy enough.
Fantastic.
There, I would say, was probably only one stop along the way for
Mhm.
this. Um, say probably stopped in Nancy, and that was to refill the water and
Mhm.
drop off some of the silage. Um, for those that don't know, silage is what you feed farm animals. It is the leftovers from harvesting plants, like the chaff from wheat and things of that nature. So, yeah, this is a common everyday trip. Um,
Hmm.
the tracks do go up into Germany, just along the border, but you will have to disembark before you cross the border because Germany is not known for playing nice with people illegally crossing the border.
No problem.
So, when you get to Strasbourg, you will have to disembark.
Hmm.
Do you have a jump skill?
Yeah, that's I used it earlier.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you will have to use it again. Oh, you.
Nice.
Yep. For your landing.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, you jump from it just at the right time. You hit a small downward slope as
Hmm.
you tuck one leg in front and roll down, so you don't hurt yourself on the landing.
Hmm.
From your position, you
Uh-huh.
are able to stand up and you are not visible to the caboose of the train as it is rumbling past. So you can wait a few minutes for the train to actually pass you by as it makes the wide turn from Strasbourg to Karlsruhe and Stuttgart. This is where you are really heavily relying on luck because you will be passing into Germany itself. And it's going to take you a while to get through Germany because it is very hilly and there are no trains for about 10-15 miles.
It's a good thing I'm fit.
Yeah, very much so. Alright. As you make your way following the tracks from Strasbourg to Karlsruhe, give me another spot hidden check. Okay. Um, Following along, you hear a snuffling sound. It sounds like somebody is wheezing along, like they are just severely out of breath and
Hmm.
jogging as hard as they can.
Hmm.
As you look around, there is what looks to be a very old man with. He has a hook for his right hand and just his regular left hand pumping away at a hand cart.
Um, okay. So I guess I'll kind of come, reasonably behind him. Um, Hallo Frau, not Frau. Hallo Herr, wie geht's dir?
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Was ist, he kind of looks at you and, Americano?
Ja, ich bin ein Amerikanerin.
Alright. I am, eh. Well, it's nice to know we're both, crossing the border illegally.
Yes. Um, Anything I could help you with?
Ah, nah. Duh. Just don't tell anybody I'm smuggling. And he kind of just gives you a wide grin as he keeps pumping the handcart.
Could help you for a bit right there.
Yeah, if you want. You look strong enough.
Do I need to just roll like a strength check?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
absolutely. He has.
awesome.
I am not doing it justice, but
Hmm.
he actually has a rather thick Irish accent.
Hmm. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, it's easy enough to push,
Yeah.
and you can talk to him as you're traveling along.
Mhm.
Yeah, this was actually a lucky one because if you had if you had missed the spot hidden, he would have been gone before you noticed him. So yeah,
Listen, I'm quite lucky.
yeah, fairly lucky. Yeah, because he is saving you about a 6.5 hour walk.
Mhm. So we're pretty much both like pumping on this thing to
Yeah,
move on the track. Okay.
yep, it is moving at a fairly decent click.
Nice.
The equivalent would be about 30 miles per hour
Uh-huh.
because you can get a handcart pumping fairly fast if you're
Okay.
strong enough.
Okay.
So you will get fairly close to Karlsruhe. He will drop you off in the town with a warning to make sure that all your paperwork is in order
Mhm.
as you cross the border. Uh,
Dankeschön. Grüß Gott.
I don't know that much of the Deutsch language, but good luck to you, lassie.
I like
As you,
salute him off.
yeah, he did. He actually never mentioned what he's smuggling, but he did allude several times on the trip that he is smuggling something and very successful at it.
Uh-huh. I listen, not my circus, minding my own business. He can do what he wants.
Yep. Uh, my German is crap, by the way.
Mhm.
It's been too long since I've.
It's all good, Tyler.
Yeah, I have remained conversational. I can never get to the fluent point on it for some reason.
Mhm.
But anyway, uh, yeah, as you make it into the city, you can see the checkpoint ahead.
Mhm.
And from your time, actually, that would have been way before your time, but
Mhm.
um, from your time in the American military, you would notice that the German uniforms have changed a little bit.
Mm.
They have become a little bit more sleek and green than they used
Okay.
to be.
Okay.
And there is actually because you're looking like you're actually looking to make sure there is an Abercrombie and Fitch insignia on the I would say it's on the lapels
Okay.
of each of the uniforms
Okay.
for a as a little history lesson.
Mhm. Hmm. So I think what Alice is gonna do, right? Like, so she can kind of see the military, right?
Yeah, you can see the
So
checkpoint.
okay, so I think what she's gonna do for a little bit, right? Like, she's actually gonna stay hidden for a little bit, and she's just watching these soldiers, right? Like, she's watching the times that like they transition. She's watching like their interactions with each other, like are they greeting each other with any certain kind of mannerisms, are their like arms going like,
Yeah,
across their chest? Are they grip, like she's just paying attention to how are they interacting with each other,
yeah.
like where they're coming and going.
They have not started the stiff armed wave yet.
Okay.
Not yet,
Not yet.
but it's getting there. They are
uh
starting to do some of the more.
hmm
You are still west of Berlin, though,
Okay.
so you're not. Uh, it's gaining power. It's gaining momentum. Some of the symbolatures are starting to, but this is like an election year.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she's just watching them for a little bit. She's just watching the things that they're doing.
Yep. Other than the uniform changes, most of their stuff is still the common parlance of the German military. They haven't changed their mannerisms yet, although the goose step is starting to take presence in their marching.
Okay. So I think when it's closer to night, right, she's going to you know, she's
Oh
going
yeah.
around, right? And really what I want to see if she can find is I want to see if I can find an extra uniform. Um, you know, not like a super high ranking looking uniform, but like just a uniform. And then like whatever their common like rucksacks look like.
The rucksack is easy enough to get a hold of. The uniform, though, there is a uniform jacket, but there is no full uniform. This
Okay.
is just a guard post on the border. So they're
hmm
not going to have like a full uniform just laying around.
So I think I'm willing to wait till they fall asleep, right? When the guards are really lax. And I imagine a lot of them will take their clothes off when they are getting settled for bed. And I'm just gonna steal a uniform.
Yep. This at nighttime watch, yes, one will go to bed while the other one stays awake to do a rotation. That is easy enough to do.
Okay.
Because
So I
they,
think,
yeah,
yeah,
eight,
like
eight
once
hour
I
watch
get,
at night.
yeah. So Alice is just gonna kind of try to collect a couple of outfits for her as she's like traveling around Germany.
hmm Um, so yeah, as for the rucksack they use, it is the typical box bag type,
hmm
which is basically the equivalent of today would be a cardboard box, but they actually used a wooden box back in the
Uh-huh.
day. So basically, it's a canvas canvas felted bag
hmm
surrounded surrounding a wooden box frame and two poles coming up.
Right. And then of course like a hat if they have one.
Yep, there is a hat. I believe this would be the military brimmed cap. So
hmm
basically, like the equivalent of a baseball cap.
Okay.
It's just a very light green, almost almost to a bluish color.
Okay. So she's gonna use it to kind of try to like cover her hair a little bit. Like her hair, she'll probably like like tie up a little bit at the end and she's just gonna like slip that cap over and then swap, like she'll put her main jacket like in her like in the back like the
hmm
rucksack, right? And then she's gonna put the other one on. And try to kind of make it like seem a little more passive until she can get way further in.
Yep, it's doable, and yeah, you have the how do I say the features that
Uh-huh.
are prominently looked for in this time period.
Y- Yes. Would they still be happy with me in general? No.
No,
No, they
th-
would not.
they would not, especially since you're a woman wearing men's clothing.
A gay woman wearing men's clothing.
Yes,
Like it gets worse for them every fucking
it
time.
does.
Yeah, so again, like she's probably, like I think she probably keeps her like chest bound like a little bit more in the sense so that she can just stay like functional,
Oh, absolutely.
right? Like it's not really like for cosmetic needs, it's just for like, just if she has to start running and jumping around, like or times like this where she's trying to pose a little bit more like a man.
Yep. So uh, you're in Karlsruhe. You can make it fairly easily to Frankfurt. It's just going to be a hard march to
Mhm.
get there. There
Okay.
is no train crossing. It's all road.
Okay.
And again, Germany has they almost have no flatland whatsoever. They are
Mhm.
mostly hills and
Okay.
forest.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, on she walks like as she's probably walking, through she probably does look for people that seem to just need a hand like here or there, like like kind of like blending in. Not really to make a name, but like, she sees an old woman walking, she
Yeah,
helps the old woman out, like, like
yeah, absolutely. There are on this trek there would be. It's fairly late, so you're not going to see a lot of the peasantry out, but
yeah.
there are still like the swine herds are out and they're running their pigs because
Mm,
they get cranky if you do not let them go and basically dig up food and all that. Like
mhm,
you slop them, you bathe them, you let them sit around for a few hours, and then they get this urge to move around. So it's like, okay, well, we'll let them go this way for a little bit, and then bring them back.
mhm.
So yeah, there would be a few farmers that are out either tending to their flock of sheep or moving around pigs from one mud pit to another.
Mhm.
They would give you some directions, some information. A few of them might actually have a few marks to pass on to you.
Okay.
Not many, because again they are fairly poor. But
Yeah.
yeah, a few marks would make its way into your hand.
I think, because again, Alice already knows she has money. I think, you know, um, she'll kind of like close her hand like over it, like Dankeschön. Um, and then like kind of just like pat them on the back and like just be on her way. Like
Yep.
she's not gonna take the money from them.
Yeah. So you do have francs. You also have pounds. A few of them will get upset if you don't take the marks from them because you know how farmers are. If you
Mm.
do something to help them out and you don't take the payment, they're going to get mad at you.
I think what she'd do instead then, to kind of is tut mir leid, will die I forgot the word for money. Ik wil die euro niet. Ik wil essen bitteschön. So instead, she'll say like instead of like money, as best as I could get there. Um, maybe they could feed her.
Yeah, a few of them will readily agree to that.
Mhm.
Um,
Like she understands that they don't want to be like seen a certain way and stuff like like
yeah,
but like she's really not there to make their lives like she's just trying to like go in around like just kind of embed her presence into the country. So she'll go for like, if unless they're really persistent, she won't take the money, but maybe she'll like, if they like offer her a meal. Or
yeah,
maybe like as she's traveling, like a place to stay.
yeah. No, some of them will definitely do that. A lot of the times, the place to stay will maybe be like a haymow or a
Yeah, that's
loft.
fine.
Um, the meals, on the other hand, oh, the meals are so. What you ate in France was,
Hmm.
for them, considered the equivalent of like, these are two meals for a family of four you just ordered.
Yeah.
Uh, the Germans, on the other hand,
Hmm.
what they bring you out as a meal for one person
Uh-huh.
is almost the equivalent of the same thing. It's like, oh yeah,
Okay.
there's sauerkraut, there's boiled potatoes, there's smoked sausage, there's a large stein of beer.
Dankeschön, es ist sehr lecker. Sehr lecker.
So,
Es schmeckt gut.
yep, it is delicious. And a lot of it are at first, like the first couple ones, what you thought was potatoes actually turned out to be radishes or some kind of other tuberous vegetable that is common in Germany. Um, it's like it changes slightly in the variance of the meals you've had on the few days it took you to get reach Frankfurt,
Mhm.
but it was pretty much this is what we have. It's cheap and it's simple, but it'll get you full and it's good.
Mhm.
There was definitely a lot of beer though, because near Frankfurt there are a lot of wheat fields and a lot of barley fields.
Uh-huh.
Um, yep, from in Frankfurt, it is a larger city than Karlsruhe.
Mhm.
So Frankfurt, Germany has a decent. It's not like a capital like Berlin, but
Mhm.
it's a bigger city. There
Okay.
are there are actual signs of civilization. It's not a village or a town. It's a city.
Uh-huh.
There is actually a hunting sporting goods shop.
Oh, fantastic.
Um, I had to remember the word is crap. What I know it's Krieg. What is the German word for boar?
Fuck.
So basically, the name of
Eber.
Ave
Eber.
Ebe Ebe
Eber. Like
Eber
Eber. Eber.
Eber. Yeah,
Eber. Eber.
EBER. Okay, Eber Eberkrieg is the name of the store. So boar soldier, and there is actually a like a woodcut sign
Mhm.
of a man with a rifle in full World War One spiked helmet glory facing down a boar.
Mhm. So I think when she goes in first, right? She's like, she probably actually waits for someone to like walk in first,
Hmm.
and then she like kind of comes in covertly behind them.
Yep. So as you enter the shop, the first thing that greets you is the smell of gun oil and gunpowder.
Okay. Um and then she's of course looking for her arms of choice.
Yep. There are pistols, shotguns, rifles. There is a fairly new. I air quotes on that one.
Mhm.
Fairly new Lee Enfield type rifle. You
Uh-huh.
would recognize from the American military as a Lee Enfield type rifle with a short to medium scope on it.
Okay.
It's not like a 5 kilometer long scope.
Okay. And I guess she'll, as she's walking around staying out of sight, like she is peering at the price of it.
Yep. It is 1,500 marks.
Mm, mm-hmm. And then the money we got, that like, are we just so we're like, are we treating the money all as like, let's say the quote unquote same currency or
There is a difference between the price of the currency. So what you
Mhm.
did, you had pounds, you
Okay.
changed that for francs.
Okay.
From pounds to francs, it was I believe it was a 1 to 5 conversion.
Okay.
So, like the American dollar, it was a 2 to 1 conversion to the British pound. The British pound is a 1 to 5 conversion for franc. So,
So if I took like the 300 ish with me, right, and the rest I left, I
yep,
would have like it's times five, so I would have about the 1500 like.
You would have, okay, so you had 300 pounds, so
Yeah.
you had about three 1,400 francs.
Okay.
Changing the francs for marks, you have about 500,000 marks. That
Jesus.
this is where the mark crashed. By the way,
Oh, okay. So I could easily afford it.
you can easily afford it. It's the equivalent of about $30 American.
Okay, you know what? If I can easily listen, I really did think about just stealing it, right? But
Hmm.
if I could easily afford it, then you know what?
Yeah,
Alice can be a kind person.
yeah. No, I had to the check the timeline and everything, but
Yeah.
yeah, shortly, well, technically shortly after World War II, but
Hmm.
the inflation started
Right.
before World War II, to
Right.
where a $30 hunting rifle was 1,500 marks is not out of the question.
Yeah. Okay. So she'll probably purchase that and enough ammunition for like the sawed off shotgun she has and the rifle.
Yeah, no, easy enough. So like I said, you have a short to medium range scope on your 5 round Lee Enfield type rifle. It is when I say short to medium, that means you're probably max range is about 2/3 of a kilometer.
What's it called again?
Um, it's a give me 1 second. I had the name of it, and then I have to look it up again because I can't remember shit.
All good.
Oh, it is a Springfield. It's a Springfield 22, but it's the German equivalent of it.
All right, I just called the Springfield 22. So you're saying it's like a sniper rifle?
It is a technically it is a hunting rifle that somebody has.
Okay.
Yeah, it
So it's
works
like
as
a
a
scoped hunting rifle.
yeah,
Okay. And then how much ammunition can I reasonably purchase for it?
couple hundred few boxes, which each box probably has uh, considering back in the day it was 100 rounds per box, so
Okay.
yeah, I'd say you can probably buy 2 or 3 boxes.
All right, 3 boxes.
Yep.
All
Oh,
right. And then
here we go. It
uh,
was the Krag Jorgensen carbine bolt action with scope. It's a 30-40 .30 or .40 caliber.
.40 caliber scoped hunting rifle.
Yep.
All right.
Which was later used as a sniper rifle.
Okay. All right. And then am I able to buy more ammunition for my 12 gauge shotgun?
Yes. Yeah. No. They will. Um. They will look at the sawed off, laugh at you, and point at a better actual hunting shotgun.
Okay. All right. You know, I'll just fucking give it to them.
Yeah, they look at it, laugh, and just throw it in the like. They literally throw it in the garbage.
I just get das ist gut.
Yeah, you hear in just French garbage as they throw it
Mhm.
away.
Ja. Mhm. Das ist die Französisch I don't know the word for garbage. Es ist nicht so gut.
Yeah,
Die
but yeah,
Deutschen sehr
basically,
gut.
yeah, they give you a pretty decent 12 gauge shotgun. It is still a breech loading, but it's a decent shotgun.
So what kind of shotgun is it again?
It is a breech load 12 gauge. It is just a full hunting shotgun with a choke. So you have the option of single barrel or double barrel.
Why not the double barrel, I guess.
All right, the double barrel it doesn't really cost you much more than that.
Okay.
All told, in the shop here, you've probably spent $50.
Okay. And then can I get another 3 boxes worth of ammo?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
easily enough.
All right. And we're gonna say that this cost me 50 overall.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they have other weaponry too. They have pistols. They have this is a sporting goods shop. It
Hmm.
um, from the conversation you can hear it's really they talk about the best places to hunt pork, the
Hmm.
best places to actually get some good squirrel hunting, where to watch out for the rare brown bear that comes out of Belgium.
Is there Oh, I love bears, but I like part of me. Is there a reward for this bear currently?
No, it's more
Okay.
like for sport hunting because
Okay.
you're not gonna get bears unless you go like either up to Hamburg or to Cologne, where you're gonna be in
Okay.
like the Black Forest area.
All right. And I think while she's here, because I think she wants to get more close to leisurely walk around in, right? And like toss kind of some of the stuff she stole.
Hmm.
Do they have any because again, she's still kind of posing like a man-ish, like, like a jacket, kind of a good shirt, maybe like cargo pants or whatever.
Not here.
Yeah.
They actually just have weaponry.
Okay.
As a sporting goods shop, but he can point you into the direction of
Mhm.
a decent. He still thinks you're a man, so he does still point you into the area
Yeah.
of a good men's tailor shop.
Dankeschön.
So, you decently enough. It doesn't cost you that much.
Hmm.
It, like, I mean, a loaf of bread costs you 500 marks, which is about the equivalent of $5
Hmm.
American here.
Yeah, like she'll just buy whatever will help her blend in best while she's here, and in a bag that's good enough to like store her gear.
Yeah. There is, as soon as you walk into the shop, it's the joke about the American tourist coming to buy lederhosen.
And she'll kind of put her shoulders out like, "Hey, you got me." Um, Hilfennicketition.
They will set you up with an actual it would be the equivalent of like a pressed 3-piece pinstripe suit kind of
Okay.
thing. It's nice looking, it's comfortable, and most importantly, because this
Hmm.
is winter in Germany, it is warm.
Dankeschön. Es ist sehr nett.
Very nice.
And I think I'll leave a little bit of an extra tip. So, like, how much was this suit already going to cost me?
Um, Considering it's about the equivalent of $100 American, so
Okay.
which I'm trying to keep the
Hmm.
calculations similar, so I believe that would be 100,000 marks.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
And I'm still able to afford that.
yeah. No, you
Okay.
have it.
What
Um,
was okay? What was the equivalent of that cost again, so I can kind of keep track of my money to a degree?
okay, so it's $100 American, uh, which
Oh,
would
okay. So like 100 then.
yeah,
Total.
basically.
Okay. Okay.
Basically 100 American.
Okay.
The problem with the money in this game is
Uh,
there's a lot of countries that went through a heavy inflation during this
no, no.
time.
No, I remember. I think it's just so for game mechanics, it's just easy to know the
Yeah,
one currency, so I'm
yeah.
like could track it.
We'll keep it to American
Right. Like
currency
if it's just
because
really less, then maybe it's just that
yeah,
we're paying way less than normal, and I think
yeah,
that's
you
okay.
are paying way less than yeah,
Yeah.
because most of the places, if you translate it to American,
Mhm.
your entire trip you've probably spent $250 out of the initial like which the 300 pounds you kept would have been the equivalent of like 1,500 American you had
Okay. Okay. So I have like 1,200 American.
basically.
Okay. I'm just gonna put a note that I have the equivalent of like 1,200 American. I currently have like 1,200 American.
Yeah, because
Okay.
during this time America was still on the gold standard and Britain was
Um,
still on the silver standard, so
yeah.
American money was worth a lot more than
Right.
British
Because
money.
originally I thought you were talking about the British money that like I think we were at. And I'm like, okay, so I guess I have
No,
like
I was translating it to American because
yeah.
they had. We were actually on a low kick, so we would have had.
Hmm.
You would have had more American than British money.
Yeah. I guess I'll just keep my cash in like the American now because that so
It,
that way
it's
I'm
simpler for me
yeah.
because I don't have to do 7 conversions at once.
Okay. So I'm gonna just leave these notes. I'm not gonna touch anything on my character sheet, but that way when we later get the rest of them, we can just be like, this is how much money we have for sure.
Yep.
We are in the American currency. We are only touching the American currency.
Yeah. Yeah. Only.
It's just gonna be different depending on where we are, but it's we're only calculating American.
Yeah. No. It's easier to calculate it in American because I don't have to
Yeah.
convert, and then deal with the inflation conversion.
Yeah. So we're gonna just
So,
steal standard
yeah,
American.
if I just deal with the American inflation conversion from like
Yeah.
Poland, Germany, Austria,
Mhm.
Hungary, and Czechoslovakia,
Mhm.
which are the countries that had the worst inflation at the time,
Uh-huh.
especially because was it Constantinople became shortly after this became Istanbul, which
Mhm.
uh, was because of a prolonged civil war.
Mhm.
Oh
So I
yeah.
guess as we're thinking of things we're doing, I was probably looking for like a hard stop around 7.
Yep,
And
that's
for me,
doable.
this might because I really have what I honestly wanted from Germany, right?
Yes.
So I think this is a pretty good place. Like we still got like 15 minutes too.
Yeah.
But like especially like depending on how our next session goes, like I think this is a flexible place to move from.
Yes, absolutely. Because so you, I have a few more things for you to do, but
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
this is a perfect stopping point.
Hmm.
Because basically, you're going to have to make your way back. I'm letting you know for next time because this is what's planned. You're going to have to make your way back, and basically, you're going to have to come through the border at Munich, or you're
Hmm.
going to have to head to Berlin
Hmm.
to kill somebody. And
Co-commit murder. Yeah, I get you.
yep,
With my
um,
new fancy, scoped hunting rifle.
yep. Those are the options. You either have to escape Germany through Munich,
Uh,
or you have to go to Berlin and kill somebody.
Alrighty. Here, I think I go out to somewhere like their range, right?
Yeah.
And I pull out my scoped rifle.
Yep.
And I take my shot and I aim very steadily, and I have a hard success.
Oh yeah. No, definitely.
You know, there's two things I made sure to put hundreds in.
Yep.
Two things.
But yeah, no. Their range is basically like just a little
Yeah.
sandbagged pit behind the building.
Hmm.
Um, the thing is, when you fire the rifle,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's almost a damn near 50 caliber. It goes straight through the sandbags.
Hmm.
Luckily, there was a dirt bank behind it.
Yeah. I think I make, like even if it's like just for show, I make like, oh my God. Yeah, I make 3 shots, right?
Yep.
And I like to think it's that arrow equivalent where you're just watching the arrows go right through each other.
Yep.
And I think that's a perfect place to see now,
Oh, absolutely.
especially on an extreme success.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening, and have a good night. Oh, nope. No boost on your occult.
No, I figured could try one more time.
Yup. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.